What's going on, guys? It's James with the Waaaggghh Workshop. Guys, it's been a while since I've done a Waaaggghh Workshop, and right now been back from ETC. I've been working on new Orc and Goblin list, and one of the things that the new Orc and Goblin book has made me do is actually make new models. So as you can see, I have a lot of my miniatures on the table right now because I'm trying to make enough models for these new Horde style basically book. The book is made for hordes. I'm gonna try it out more or less. Anyways, so the point is that while I'm making these new models, I decided to make an Orc chariot unit. Okay, the Orc chariot unit. One of the issues I'm having, and I have Zod right here as my example. I am trying to. This is a tray with Zod on it, and what I'm trying to do is have Zod fit near somebody, but Zod literally sticks out too far because of the sights. Okay, so there's not many people who will go near Zod. Right? One of the ways I could go around that is trying to put like elevated platforms so people are like, their boars or whatever, kind of like around that. The other thing I was thinking about, and then what I chose was just to try to do a different unit. Now, that kind of goes into what we're talking about here. It's themes, theming out your army, more or less. What I have on the K-Pack are Mornfang models, and I kind of went back to that, and I was like, if I'm going to stick with Mornfangs, I'm going to go ahead and do that. One of the things I am doing, honestly, just out of my own mindset, is changing the goblins back to wolf rider or wolf chariots instead of Mornfangs, because of then it gets confusing, but so what I was going on about themes is how to create a theme for your army. My army is I was making a new unit, and the new unit I want to say is an elite unit because they're Iron Orc chariots. Okay, so the elite units has a banner. While I'm working on the banner, and like I said, I bought Mornfangs up, and I put them so far forward in the tray so that the scythe of Zod sits back here. But as you can see, this fat fuck right here, stop focusing on me. Okay. He has this beautiful banner, this huge fucking banner. So now, with this huge banner, I have the option of creating some glorious artwork on a big canvas, right? Now, you don't have to be that skilled to create a beautiful banner. You could do something very simple, and it's creating that concept and that idea and putting it on paper first. That's the whole point of this video, okay? And by the way, John653 was asking where I've been. The truth is, I was going to put up battle reports last week, and then I got tonsillitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anyways, so going into this, what did these guys worship? And that's one of the things I was saying. For orcs, and I'm using orcs as an example because that's what I'm playing, obviously. But you could think about it with beast herds or Bretonnians or whatever army you have. Empire, usually for Empire and Kingdom of Equitane, you go based on clans, their house name, So you would pick a theme with, like, just say black and gold for an Empire regiment, and then what's that Empire regiment's banner based on this black and gold unit. Now, so for orcs, you could do very simple tribes. So if I was to do like a black tooth or a iron tooth or a peg leg or something, I don't know, I'm just saying random shit. The squig riders or something, you would create a simple theme for that unit. Okay, so with the Iron Orc chariots, I thought they're pretty much the elite force. They're like the what are the Red Cloaks in Return of the Jedi. They're in the Emperor's room with Zod there, with General Zod there. So Zod already has his own banner. He has a little pig on his banner. I'll show you that right now. Don't break Zod. Don't break on camera. All right, but he has a little pig on there, and like I said, you don't have to be this artistic. But this is something, image I could pull off the internet and then custom design it to make it look similar to that. And then I tend to put these little red squares with markings. The markings could mean whatever. You know, it could mean that Zod had victories in these locations. It could mean that Zod, or the guy who's riding with Zod was, you know, a champion, whatever, right? But for that same concept, I want to take it to the new unit, the Ironwork Chariots. Now, I don't want to do boars again. Obviously, they're not even on boars. They're on Mournfangs. So what I ended up doing is I ended up creating an idea of who are these warriors, these orcs. These orcs are what I ended up coming up with is the warriors of Crom. Okay, Crom being the great green idol in my army. And then from there, I started sketching out ideas, and I can show you those sketches. I started with first just the eye of Crom, okay? And I figured one eye, we can hide this eye for a second. I figured one eye, crown, 2 axes. Then I was like, how bad is it if I put 2 eyes? Do I want 2 eyes, right? And then I started working with the idea of what about if I had the eye with some tusks? And then I liked how the ogres had the maw, the circle. So I started coming up with stuff like that. But I said, what about instead of the circle of dags or whatever they are, I'm going to just do teeth, like tusks, right? Still try to keep the axes in the design, and then I started working with tusks on the bottom. I even contemplated putting like a bottom lip with like piercings in it, and then keeping the squares with the symbology, right? Now, from there, what I do is now I'm using a little bit better technology. I'm using my iPad, right? And with the iPad, come on. Okay. I'm able to sketch up a design. Now, I do red on the background because that's the color of the banner, right? So I'm sketching up the design. How much of a demonic eye do I want Crom to have? I put the teeth around in the circle. I put the 2 axes up there. I put a little spike. Now, these are actually on my miniature of Crom, on my model of Crom, these spikes. So I decided to incorporate them because that way it shows the connection, more or less. And then I have these gnarly curled tusks that he has. He does have a chain going down on both sides that I will add in post, painting, right? But from this, what I've decided was to cut out some of the unnecessary stuff. I didn't need the axes. I don't need the giant spike on the top. And part of the reason for that was because the banner is not even that big. I made it look tiny over there. So, cutting out those design elements, it's not entirely complete, but I just wanted to show you guys this. I come up with something like this. And you can see the chain going down. And this is something that I could easily replicate. Like I said, you don't have to do something this detailed, but using colors that you have on your palette of your miniature paints, you could come up with any design. And really what it comes down to is being able to, and I showed this in another Waaaggghh workshop, but coming down to using, where's my little pen at? Somewhere around here. But a fine tip marker pen that could draw on there. God damn it, I lost it. It's somewhere around here. Here it is. Alright. But using a fine tip marker pen, these do write on the paint, on the acrylic, and this is very thin. Where is it? Right there. Compared to the lines of a normal pen. So, kind of give yourself a palette to sketch with, paint, using the paint that you already have. You're already a miniature painter, so you could create your own concepts, your own themes. That's kind of the whole purpose of this video, was just to kind of give you guys the encouragement to start painting banners that have good themes. And I know some people who have painted in the past where they don't even know what they want on the banner. They're just like, oh yeah, I just did this. You put a little extra time and effort in it, and it will show tremendously. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that. That's all I got.